So under content, you will see like the end of the page, the last page.
Yeah.
So you guys are Tuesday class, right?
Yeah.
So do I make it bigger? So if you are in A, group A, this is the registration code. AA146, Tuesday class, okay? And for those registered are also in this class, but want to do online, this is the code you need to use. And then for the online section, this is the online section's code. So the difference is AA147 and AA146. You guys are AA146. Okay, so you can go to D2L. So we can go to communication and group. So under that, you should be able to see which group you are in. So I changed the group A, B, C, D, like the name is A, B, C, D, E. So if you are group A, then you use the code for company A.
Are you able to change it in BSG? Because I already registered us.
Yes, I can. So what let me. Yeah, in the beginning, usually there are a lot of mistakes. So that I can change. So are you in industry 1?
You know where that is.
Second floor. You are in industry 1, right? Not 2. Okay. So Angelina is in A. Are you in A?
Yes, I am.
No, do I assign you to A?
Yeah, you did.
I thought you guys are in C.
Oh, now we're in C. Oh, my bad. Oh.
Yeah, so you are moving to C, and then Michelle is C too, right? So I can move you guys. Move. So, so now Eva is in A too.
Yeah.
So move you to C. And then I'll move, who else? Julia Fisher, I forgot where I put her. I need to go back. But, your name?
Anthony.
You're Anthony,
Yes.
this one, you are in what? F?
Hello.
So move it to F. So Julia, let me go back to check where Julia is.
Yeah.
Julia, what's your last name? F, B, she's in B. So I move her to B.
And then if you look at go from the bottom, open the
So,
syllabus.
okay. So I don't know, Marcus, are you in the right team?
Not bad.
Marcus?
Yes.
Oh, are you in E or F?
Me.
And then Jenna, are you in?
That's
E?
the one that emailed you about being online.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we should be good here. Okay? Okay. So let me get my slides out.
What's our,
What?
never mind.
Chapter 1. So chapter 1, the most important thing you need to know is strategy. Okay, so what is exactly strategy? What exactly is strategy? What do you think? I say, oh, my strategy to invest in stock market is this. So what exactly is?
It's basically your plan.
The what?
It's basically your plan and the steps you're gonna.
Yes, plans, right? The plans. So same thing as the corporate strategy. It's the company's plan to try to compete with other companies usually in the same industry. But nowadays, a lot of times the industries are like overlapping with each other. Okay, for example, Apple, they used to sell computer, so their competitors will be HP, Dell, what else? What other top, Sony, the Sony have laptop, what other laptop? Do you guys have? That's HP, Dell,
Oh, there's like Chrome nowadays.
yeah, but what company make the? Yeah, so Apple, right? So Apple in computer, they compete with this. And then in tablets, they compete with the Chromebook, the Google, Samsung as well. And then the Microsoft, yeah, they have the whatever pad, I forgot the name.
Service.
Yeah, service. And so, okay, and how about watch? Watch, they compete with
Also has smartwatches.
yeah, and then Garmin.
Samsung, Apple, Fitbit.
Yeah, so they have different, so nowadays, the different product might in different industry, they're competing with different competitors. And they just announced their new virtual reality goggles, 35 or 36,100. So who are they competing with?
Meta, Facebook.
Yes, so see, they're competing in different stuff, different industry, okay? So when we try to analyze where they're competing in, sometimes it depends on where like what product we're talking about. Okay, so sometimes we need to identify the industry first, but the strategy is their plan to outperform their competitors. For your BSG game, that's why we want to talk about this today, because you guys, with your teammates, you should decide what kind of strategy, you should come up with to compete with other teams in the same class. So you guys are competing with each other, okay? And I'll talk about the BSG game later, like really soon. So strategy, we need to identify our current situation and our directions. So that we will talk about in chapter 2, yeah.
We have these powers.
Hmm?
Do we have these powers?
You don't have? I didn't did I post?
On D2L?
Oh, okay, I'll post on D2L. Okay, I'll post on D2L. Yeah, so everything will be on D2L. And so this is where we have this is matched with the top hat, okay, book. So top hat has all this content. And then you just need to do the 10 questions in top hat every chapter. So that's it. We don't have final exam for that. Okay. Yeah, so this is and then our action plan to go to the direction we want to go. So this will be the strategy. And we'll talk about what exactly are these in the second chapters, where we talk about the vision, mission statement, those kind of stuff. Okay, so today, we just want to say what, tell you what exactly strategies are. And so it's about how to attract different customers, so think about it like what kind of shoes you want to sell. And our shoe company is ethnic footwear. So it's for sports, okay? So, and then how we compete with our rivals and how to position our companies, meaning that do we want to go high end like Millie? We want to go something cheaper, affordable, okay? Or something in between. So whatever you guys decide, that will be your strategy, okay? And then I'm going to tell you what are the two fundamental strategies we are going to use, okay? So it's basically about competing differently from our competitors, okay? And we can do what they don't do, or we can do something they do, but do it better. And or do something they cannot do, okay? And then do the things in different ways to attract customers, So there are different ways we can do things. And So basically, so this is like the whole semester, that's what we are going to talk about, okay? And, we also want to have our own competitive advantage where we can do better job compared to our competitors, okay? So for your PSG game, it's important to understand how the game works, okay? So in the beginning, it's very time consuming because I think like for the people that already registered, did you guys have the chance to take a look at the game? What do you think?
It's very in-depth.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a lot of information. So in the beginning, that's, you'll feel overwhelmed. That's why, I don't want to do the big project with Millie. They actually request to write a 15 to 20 pages report. I was like, no, we can do that for this class because I know BSG game is very time consuming. So I told them we want to do TikTok videos, which is shorter, a little bit easier, more fun. And they say, oh, we don't like TikTok in Europe. So, I said, well, we don't like TikTok here too. Like old people don't like TikTok. That's what young people want. And then you guys want to sell to younger generation. So you need to learn. And they say, oh, let's get their approval. But I was like, even if we don't get their approval, how are they going to stop us if we want to talk about Millie on our TikTok? Right? They can, like, why do they need to give us approval? So that's just different culture. And I was like, oh, I learned, like, when I work with Europeans, they are very strict, like so it's something I also learned. So, and then we have the sustainable competitive advantage. So for example, when we go to Walmart, they always say low cost every day, right? So if I want to start a chain grocery store like Walmart, can I just say, oh, I'll just, whatever you bring your product here, show me, Walmart's price, I'll be 1 cent cheaper. If I compete price with Walmart, can I do it? I can, but it will be hard because they are much bigger and they probably can get something much cheaper than me, right? Their cost will be much cheaper. So if I compete with them in price, I probably won't win. Like they could always lower their price than much lower than me. Okay. So that means they have somewhat sustainable competitive advantage in low cost because they're so big, they can always get, better price than us. So how do we not only have competitive advantage, but also make it sustainable? So when people want to copy the same thing, they can't. So that's something that we have to, kind of think about. So basically, these are the several strategies we can use, okay? So from here, you don't have to remember this because this will be different in chapter 5. But in overall, you guys need to remember this. This is the only thing I will keep asking. So overall, we have 2 fundamental strategies, okay? You need to remember. One is low cost strategy, like Walmart. Okay, you sell everything at lower cost, at lower price. So when we have low cost, usually we try to cut a lot of costs. Like how many of you actually work at Walmart? No, nobody? Okay, so I have friends work at Walmart before, and they say when they start working at Walmart, they always have like training, and Walmart always told them unions are bad. Okay, they don't allow their employees to form union. You guys know why? Or can you think of what?
What is that? Like, say it.
Union, the employee have union. Yeah, so why don't they allow union? Walmart. So their employees are not unionized. Yes, so if we have a union to represent us, like Walmart, they are, I don't know how many stores they have, like thousands, right?
Yeah.
So all their employees, they are unionized, they are together. They say, you need to give us minimum wage $20. If they say that, and they say, if you don't, we are going to have strike. So all the Walmart employee won't work. Like you guys heard of strike, right? So if they say, we are not going to work, and they have to close, then they probably would be able to bargain. So that's why Walmart doesn't want any union, okay? So that's one thing they do. So there are many things they do to try to keep their costs very low. Okay, so Walmart, like this is one thing, no union, so they pay the employee pretty much minimum wage. And then if next time when you go to Walmart, pay attention, like if you go in between their shift, you will see a lot of employee waiting by like the end, like where they clock in. So they are not allowed to clock in earlier. So you have to be there earlier, and then when it's time, you go clock in.
That's how Amazon.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to give you like 1 minute earlier. They don't want to pay you for 1 minute more. That's
would-
160.
They would edit
Hey.
it for you if you.
They will, if you clock it in,
Earlier.
but then supervisor will talk to you,
Yeah.
right? So,
Well, at the Walmart, here, they don't have like a login thing, it's on the phone, my mom works there. And they do it, well, some people, they get like the store phone,
uh-huh,
if they trust you enough. But everybody, they have like the Walmart, a special Walmart app on their personal phone, and that is logged in on.
That's how.
oh, so that's how, so now you have to do it on time, right?
Pardon?
ADP.
I don't know what-
We use an app called ADP at Amazon.
Oh, okay, so
You
you,
clock in through your phone, yeah.
but can you clock in when you are not there yet?
No,
No, you have
because
to be in
it's
a
based on
mile,
your location.
like, it's like a mile from the
Oh,
station.
so, so that's good to know, because my information is like outdated.
You
Yeah,
can't even clock out, you can't even clock out unless you're like a mile from the station.
but when if you get there early, you cannot clock in early, right? You have to wait the other
So
time.
that exact time.
Yeah, so that's why, that's because they don't want to pay you 1 cent more.
Yeah.
Few cents more.
They would edit it for you.
I did grace period for before.
Oh, wow. See, we don't have a, they were like, if you say
They'll
you
talk to
clock
you.
at 9:15, you clock in at 9:10, they would literally switch it to 9:15.
All it's always that if you're late, then, and if you're late like 3 times, then you get points, and then after the 3rd time, they could fire you. Well, they'll have to talk with you, and then after that, you're gone.
Wow.
2 to 3, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one way they save money, right? And then second way I can think of is they don't, like Walmart, that was a long time ago as well. So when they buy stuff from suppliers, they want to make sure they don't buy the stuff more than 10% from the same supplier. Let's say P&G, Procter and Gamble, they're huge, right? But Walmart still say we only buy 10% of shampoo from P&G. Some other, we need to get from different brand, so that,
Beat around the edge.
Hmm?
They're trying to like.
yes, they don't want P&G say, oh, we have 30%, we'll control 30% of your sales. And when they want to bargain, they say, no, you can buy from somewhere else. And then they will be screwed because 30% of the supply come from P&G, so they don't want that. So they control that and they can have better bargaining power. Okay, so that's how they do things. So remember, the first fundamental strategy is low cost. So when you try to sell your shoes, think of that like, how do I sell my shoes at lower cost? Okay, and generally in the BSG game, when you try to lower your cost is to utilize the capacity to build your factory bigger, and then your average production cost will be lower. Okay, so that's usually how it works. And then the second fundamental strategy is differentiation. So you do something different. That's the differentiation. And when you do differentiation, so this one we will talk about in chapter 5. So differentiation is anything different. Okay, like this. It's plant-based, it's biodegradable, and they put in a probiotic to get rid of the odor. So it's not like, some other litter, they put in a lot of like strong scent to cover the urine smell, which make it worse, right? So theirs is like very natural. It just doesn't have the smell. Okay. So so that's their niche. So what I do differently, okay? So if it's usually if some product is different than the general product, usually when we have differentiation, it's a little bit more expensive, right? Sometimes a lot more. So what does Apple do differently than other, let's say, computer? The MacBook, what does Apple do differently than, let's say, computers like Dell? Let's just say,
Pretty emojis.
is it?
It's more, yeah, more clear,
It's more aesthetically pleasing.
Okay,
but Apple made probably like slimmer laptops than probably like a phone or something.
This is
Yeah.
like last year's model.
Hmm?
This is like last year's model, it's nice and skinny. Yeah.
is it Air,
It's the Air, yeah, it's
Air.
not a problem. I know
Yeah.
Air.
The Air is lighter.
yes,
And
I have an Air too,
Apple connects all your devices, all your.
I know,
Yeah,
My phone is, laptop.
yeah,
the touch bar.
Yes.
Touch bar.
They like got rid of it in 2019.
You know-
So they had it for a year.
no, I don't mind. And then there's less longer, right?
Apple has a problem though. They can't sell in Europe because Europe didn't accept lightning ports. So that's why the 15 had a USB-C
Yes,
instead of lightning.
So now everything will be
That's
good.
why the homes changed to a.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then my MacBook is actually the USB-C too.
Oh, yeah, mine's like a whole different plug.
They have like this new thing, I don't even know what the heck this is called,
So
but
I have a thing.
I love it, it's
So-
magnetic, it's
Yeah,
magnetic.
yeah, but
it's
the
so-
old one is neglected too.
Yeah, mine's 8 years
The old
old.
one is neglected, but can you do it here? Can you try?
No.
The one is
Yeah,
just
you can come here too,
Really?
yeah,
I don't have a big enough like block, I guess.
It's where.
what, let me see,
Yeah, this,
yeah, cause I got the dual one
Yeah.
for the iPad and the MacBook.
yeah, that's the,
On my MacBook.
so,
Oh,
so what do you have?
Mine's like 8 years old, but I have. like,
See, 8 years old, how old is yours?
mine's.
This is.
HP, how old is yours? HP.
Um,
2 years. Anybody has more than 5 years done Apple? How old is yours? See? So when I had Dell, HP, it doesn't last over 3 years.
wow.
Usually, they become very slow. So you have to get a new one. But MacBook, mine is like
I had this
also.
forever.
But MacBooks get slower. I feel like,
Really?
yeah, mine.
Did you play games?
That's
So maybe that's, and then you need to get a MacBook Pro. The Air doesn't work.
I'm playing the Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they did something different. But their product is more expensive. Right? Their product,
But sometimes they have like deals. Yes, for students, yeah. Well, they make it sound like a deal, they just. give
but
you-
it's not. It's just give you
It's not,
Keypad
they
or
just give you,
AirPod.
exactly, no, they.
And
give
then
you
when
a
you lose
card.
your AirPod, you just buy a new one.
Literally.
I've been through 3 years.
That's
I've been through 3 of them. Just keep buying them.
Yeah, and then you got lost. My daughter lost her AirPod like 3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got so mad.
mine is only got one.
Slow too.
Ah, yeah,
Like, we're like, they don't like. play music.
yeah. So, but they do charge higher.
Here, you can get the earbuds like replaced for free, but after that, then you have to pay for it to get them.
Oh, you can.
I do that.
I didn't know
Yeah, I would've got one.
Yeah.
Is this when your phone like gets battery percentage like below 80, like
The battery health?
yeah, then like you have to get a new phone because it keeps dying.
Yeah.
Huh,
You can check your
For the
health.
longest, like this last summer, I kept leaving my phone in the summer, like out in the sun and putting it in the freezer to try to kill it, cause I had Apple Care. So I tried to get it lower than 80 and I ended up just dropping it in the lake and losing it.
my destiny with Apple Pay is
Did you-
my phone was always fine until Apple Pay expired. And then, I mean, not my daughter's phone, always somehow died, and we don't get anything, but now I have credit card that covers.
Hmm.
Insurance up to $800, $800 every year,
That's cool, okay.
Yeah.
that's right there.
so we've been, like, I lost my phone in Paris.
Okay.
In 5 seconds, I put it in pocket,
No, it's really bad.
Yeah, I put it in the pocket and I just I got off of one subway and get onto another one, so when I get on, I try to look what station I need to get off, gone.
My
think someone
passport
took it.
was stolen.
Yeah, someone took it, and I can track it.
Yeah.
I know where it is. I went to the police said, oh, that area is very populated. We won't be able to find it, they didn't even bother. But here, I know the police actually will go
Yeah.
to the
Yeah, they go to their
Because
house
somebody stole
or.
my phone and they got, what is that thing called? I forgot what it's.
find my iPhone.
No, I use that, but they got,
They try to take my SIM card.
it's a document that you need to have to them. What is that thing called?
I don't know.
So they got that and took it to her house so that way she couldn't like say, let them search for it.
You got it, you got it. So you went to the police. So we got it. And then was she put in jail? Who took your phone?
Some random 30-year-old.
Wow.
Who still lives in Virginia.
See, I like, that's why I like US much better. Because my friend also got her phone back. It went to Kansas. And then the police station here called the station there and they went to check on that house. And they somehow got scared or something, and then they just mailed it back to my friend. Yeah, they just mailed it back to her, like,
Oh, she got connection.
yeah.
I'm playing with her today.
So, and I saw mine, went to some area and the French police said, oh, we cannot do anything. I was so angry, but I can't, but at least they gave me a report, so I got a refund, I got a claim from the insurance. But I saw my phone went from France to Algeria, and then from Algeria to China. And then once a while, when I see the location, I just keep doing like playing sound, like, and I block it. And they send me message and say, oh, we bought your phone.
They sold your phone, right?
Yeah, they say we bought your phone, you need to unblock the phone.
It's been in a lot of pockets.
And I say, no, you are a thief. So I say, you are a thief. And then, they text me photos of guns.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they say, your information will be, we will get your private information if you don't, erase your phone. I said, I will not erase my phone. You will never get my phone,
Yeah.
So,
You have this line, you can never do that. It's just a scary-
yes, I know, but I was so mad to see the gun photo. I wanted to report to whatever, but I don't know who I can report it to.
Yeah, they're.
I know it's like,
Actually,
it's threatening,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't take threats really well. If someone threaten me, I fight back, yeah. So,
Someone back.
I was
Google.
there's this new thing that Apple's doing where you can finance your phone and basically there's an option where you can pay to upgrade your phone every year.
it's like, I know, I had that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that, like, you
That's
pay,
another scam.
You gotta have
oh, it's
your
another
tags.
scam?
Yeah.
Your
there's a tool
tags.
ready for you.
I got one.
All the phone company, like, we got phone from T-Mobile, every year, they say, oh, you're qualified to upgrade. Get a free phone, but they actually charge me,
Yeah, it's not,
T-Mobile.
well, it's probably a free phone,
And
but.
then I got my phone $800 off, because I got a text message.
No, but T-Mobile always say, oh, you pay this and then they will refund us by credit. But then the credit always has some mistake,
Yeah,
so it doesn't add up.
yeah, they give you a free phone and then charge you monthly on it already.
They usually do deals when the new phone's about to come out.
Yes.
And they give you really good deals.
I'm going to switch to Verizon.
You should.
How much is the monthly?
You could do that.
Well, my dad did that plan for like a couple of years, so it's not as.
You get a lot of subscriptions when you first go for Verizon, so two of my friends just do that.
How much?
They got like Hulu and all this stuff added.
You pay
But then if you
200
don't get
for,
all of that, then your bill is lower. And that's what my mom did, negotiated.
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, got her bill down from 200 to 112.
Yes, 200, I made it. And so, what are the two basic fundamental strategies?
Lower cost.
Low cost and differentiation. So we do something different, like Apple. And then usually differentiation, some of the differentiation, they have brand name. Okay, once you have brand name, your brand is there, people are willing to pay more. Okay, so when I was a student, when I go buy phone, I always go to pick the free phone. Until Apple's iPhone 4. That's the first time I actually paid for a phone, $200, I remember, okay? And then now we're paying more than 1,000, Yeah. yes. So, but how much is the cost to make the phone?
Like
Like,
$50.
No, a little bit more, like two,
Like 100, 200 or something.
Yeah. less than 200, less than
Same
200.
phone as you.
Because they build the phone in a different country and they sell it over here.
Yeah, but if you put in R&D, all that, probably 300, but still, they make 1,000 out of us,
Yeah.
and
profit is.
That's because they don't pay taxes where they make them. That's what it is.
they
Yeah,
do, they still do, yeah, they do.
They pay taxes
They,
on it.
they pay taxes, but not much, yeah,
Compared
because
to-
they made, they, most of the part made in China, right, yeah.
That's what it is.
So, and then I know all the Apple employees, if they travel more than 6 hours, no matter their position, Apple will pay for business class. More than 6 hours, business class. Yeah, yeah, it's actually good, right?
They also have like a work at home, like they'll send you a whole desktop.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
So-
computer breaks, Apple computer breaks, your
Like,
Apple
no
will
rejection.
recover
Or
it.
do you want?
Apple what?
It won't recover it. You're like software if it breaks.
Yeah, you have to do the backup periodically, yeah, they won't.
I don't do it.
So, and then they charge a lot. Yeah, so that's why I pay them, but at the same time, everything is connected like you guys. And then my daughter has all her music under Apple Music. So, and now the Apple One is like $34 or something. It was,
Oh my god, yeah, she's raised the.
yeah, they keep raising the price.
But is she a student?
Yes, but she, somehow her account doesn't work when she do Apple Music.
Oh, if you're a student and you get Apple Music for student, you get Apple TV for free. Well, not Apple TV, but like, Apple.
Yeah,
Apple TV, yeah, she should be paying for students, like $9.99.
yeah, but we have the cloud, iCloud. Well, iCloud, we have, Apple TV and then Apple Music, so, and it's a family plan, so that's why, but it's still I think it's very expensive. Yeah, so try to think about what shoes you want to sell, okay, so that's the two fundamental strategies. Okay, and another thing I think it's worth mentioning is here. So we actually, when we talk about strategy, we actually have two type of, like, on top of the fundamental strategies, we have two type of strategy elements, okay? So we have the proactive, that's before the game, like I told you guys, think about what you want to sell, right? What kind of shoes you want to sell, that's proactive strategy. That's the deliberate. But then, yep,
Can you post these notes on YouTube also?
yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will, yeah. So, yeah, I forgot. So, and then, but when you guys, like, when you start a BSG game, when you see what other team did, you are going to maybe change a little bit what you do. So that's the reactive strategy, also called emergent strategy. It's sort of like, when the two teams play football, right? Before the game, they will have some strategy in mind, how they are going to tackle, how they are going to fight with another team. But when they actually meet, they will call timeout, or they have the coach, they might change the strategy depending on what other team react, right? So you are going to react as well. So same as your BSG game, when you competing with other teammates, the other teams, you will see what they do, and then, you will do something different. Not everything will be planned on, how you look at stuff in the beginning, right? So you have to change, your plan. So that's the two different type of strategy we're going to face. And I like your class, you guys actually talk. Last semester somehow nobody talks. And then everybody complained, like, for some reason, all my colleagues, even colleagues like in different states, they say it's so weird this semester, the kids don't talk. I say, yeah, why? And they say it's because that's probably the COVID kids, like they grew up during COVID in high school. So that's what we thought. But at least you guys talk. I appreciate it.
The code, the kids.
The COVID kids, yeah. So they don't talk. So, but you guys actually talk, okay? So we won't do this today, but this is another thing I want you guys to think about. So we have the real life strategy, where, we talk about like, okay, so this is a strategy eventually we're going to use. So we have different competitive initiatives, and then we have different business approaches. And then to that, we convert this to a business model that's where you guys will decide how you're going to, like, what price you're going to set for your product. Okay, so, and then the profit formula. So we have the value proposition. So what does that mean, the value proposition? So basically, let me see, where's my value proposition? I don't have the chart. Oh, here. Oh, I don't have the chart. So I have to draw it. So the value proposition is, let's see. I can actually do this here. Oh no, this one. Okay, so the value proposition is basically, oh, this is not aligned, but we have, let's say iPhone. What do we say the cost is? $300. So this is the cost, $300. Okay, and how much do we pay? 1,000, right? So will you pay 1,000 if you think that product value is $500?
We do. No,
You think the value is 500 or?
but okay, maybe I heard you wrong.
No, but you would not buy something if you think the value is less than the price you pay, right? And even if you feel the value is not there, but like all the things we talk about, like all the convenience it brings, you don't mind paying $1,000, okay? So the value it brings us is more than $1,000. That's when we get people to pay. And that's what gets me, like, every time, like, every time I would say, I want to switch to another phone. Okay, but I'm not used to the Android phone anymore. I'm so used to Apple, and then everything, like you guys said, everything is connected. Like if I tell Siri to set an appointment, it will automatically show up on my iMac, on my MacBook. So everything is connected, and I like that. Okay, so, and then when I set up like the passwords and everything, now I don't remember any password because it's all safe. It's all safe on my phone. So you guys don't know how bad it is. Like when I lost my phone in Paris, it's so bad because you need to log in to different accounts. And whenever you log in, they will send the authorization code to your phone. And then you can't, like, I can't get anything. So basically, it's so difficult. So there's, nothing I can do. I have to, wait till I come back. Yeah. I actually go to the Apple store and then, yeah. So it was so bad. But this is the value proposition. So think about when you try to sell something, you need to create the value for the customers or make them believe there's value there. So they are willing to pay this much for the price. And then whatever the difference between the price and the cost will be the profit. Okay? So that's the value proposition. And of course, if you want to increase your profits, you could try to lower your cost. So if they lower the cost to 200, then their profit will be bigger. Okay, or like they've been doing, keep increasing the price because they try to increase their value. But of course, for us, before if I would change my phone every 2 years, now I would, wait till I have to change it, right? So now we, try to delay how often we change our phone. I don't know if you guys will be the same. Like, did you guys try to use the phone longer?
Yeah,
And-
I still got this one.
And what is that one?
This is 12 Pro Max,
Okay,
but I'm getting an upgrade in April.
for 15? Okay, why don't you wait 5 more months, then you get 16?
That's what, yeah,
Yeah, so,
and 5 months after that, 7.
yeah, but that means that's why the stock price has been dropping, because it feels like people are lost. Like, we still want to use iPhone, but it's getting too expensive. We don't want to switch that often now. Okay, we want to wait till we can't use it. Okay, so at least that's my my personal experience, and then a lot of friends around me, they are doing the same thing. Before, we always change every 2 years, when the phone company says, oh, you get a free upgrade, then I switch, but now I don't. Now I wait till longer. So that's the value proposition. So try to think about what you can do for the BSG game, and then what that company should have done. What strategy? Well, I mean, we already know they are high-end, they do high-end strategy, but how do they attract young customers? Okay, so try to think about what would make you guys want to buy their product. Okay, so. Okay, so I think that's, what else did I miss? Oh, nothing. Okay, so that's pretty much it, but one thing, where's the? Okay, but the strategy, to set the strategy is important, have the right strategy is important, but another thing that's important is to execute the strategy, which in your case is to run the game. Because the game, you guys know, it's very complicated. It has so many different decisions you need to make. And so you guys have to work in a team, take care of different functions, okay? So that's it. Any other questions? Let me close this first.
Do we have a book to buy?
Yes, Top Hat, ebook, yes.